today, if you look at the goals back, sort of with a coaching eye on, I'd be disappointed in the individual errors. Got ourselves in a great position after a difficult first half, like reasonably secure, but difficult in terms of territory. Obviously made the 2 substitutions and it gave us a boost and instant reaction, if you like, with Nicholas's great ball and Andy's movement across the near. So I was really pleased with that goal. And I thought second half we showed actually what we was about, and there was positives for sure for our attacking play. But it's difficult when you make errors like we have for the 3 goals, and it's not individual errors in terms of like giving the ball away square and somebody running on to it and scoring. It's the bits that we work on in training, like the fundamentals, if you like, of defending that we failed to execute today.
Some of the defenders got to be a bit stronger at times. I don't know if Thomas had any complaints with the second goal. Was he sort of been a bit of a wrestle there?
Probably would have been a foul if he'd have got his head onto it earlier, but I think he's tried to get his body in, you know what I mean? So again, facing your own goal has got to be a no-risk policy.
Why did it take so long for Bristol City to get going today, do you think? Because obviously, second half, obviously...
Yeah, I thought we had a couple of good possession patches in the first half, but I thought their front 2 caused us problems, to be honest, and physically they bumped us, they bruised us, they moved us about, and we just had to make sure that we stuck in it. And then, look, should I have played what I finished with? Maybe. You know, like I did. That was in the mindset, but you're trying to keep a consistency at the moment. But the individuals, of course, have got to be consistent as well. And I thought there was positives to the second half. I really did. I thought that if we continued a performance like that and shored up individually as a defence and as a defensive unit, I think that we can be successful this year in the division.
Yeah, another assist for Nicholas Eliasson on the positives then, and yeah, goal for Andy Byron. He's getting a few now, isn't he?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, look, we still need to add and to improve, but it's fine margins, you know, and Charlton will obviously be very happy with that today, and rightly so. But it's disappointing for us, given the fact that we was relatively comfortable, and if you could rewind time back to 70 minutes, obviously we should have seen that out.
What do you make of your fullbacks today? Because obviously Jay De Silva's returning to his former club, long time out. That's a positive back on the pitch, but on the other side, what about Taylor Moore? Because I don't think we've seen him too much at Bristol City playing right back. Yeah,
well, he's played at Cheltenham at right back. I thought, unfortunately, he was at fault for the 3rd goal quite heavily. But at the same time, I thought he was a good part of our attacking play. Obviously, throughout the years, we've had the likes of Pisano, Aylin, and players that are taller, if you like, that can play right back, and Bailey Wright played there for a good season. So we go back to those sort of championship boxes, if you like. If you're going to put Jay De Silva on Nicholas Eliasson, you need a certain element of height in the team. And we coped well with the set pieces, for sure. But on that occasion, we just didn't defend well enough.
Nathan Baker, Casey Palmer, are they injured at all?
No, Casey's fit. Obviously had the decision really with Jay De Silva or Casey Palmer today in that one. Nathan Baker and Sammy Smodic and Marley Watkins. Marley trained, but he's only had 1 day's training. He's had an ankle injury. Sammy Smodic has had a ligament injury to the knee, and Baker's out as well.
How long was he out for? Is there any word yet?
No, I can't define like exactly how long that'll be. It shouldn't be too long. Probably it was 7 to 10 days, 6-7 days ago.
Just finally from myself, is it fair to say the club are in the market? Have you got anything going on at the moment in terms of recruits for January?
Yeah, I think we're always looking. I think we need a boost, if you like, and you know what I mean, we're trying our hardest to do that. We know January's not an easy market. And I think moving players out is important as well, you know, so that the ones can build that sort of team spirit. Ideally, we'd work off a squad of no more than 20, if you like, maybe with a couple of young lads to supplement. We've got the homegrown rule or club developed to think about as well, because we need to field one. Obviously, we've sold quite a few academy players that, the likes of Bobby and Joe and Lloyd Kelly, that have always supplemented that. So yeah, we've got a few decisions to make over the next sort of week to 2 weeks. But first and foremost, obviously we've got to put on a performance and a structured defensive performance as well as attacking intent at home.
What's kind of gone wrong over the last few games for you? Because you were looking like you could challenge the top two 2 or 3 weeks ago.
It must be the curse of Johnson. No, I think that each game has to be taken on an individual basis, you know. I think today that game could have gone either way. I think Sheffield Wednesday, they had territory, but we defended well. We almost played for the point and got done by a really poor refereeing decision. And sometimes this goes on, and you know, like, it's a difficult league. We've just seen Fulham previously, are a very good side, lose 3 on the spin, and we're going to have to fight. You know what I mean? And that includes everybody. We're going to have to. I really think, like, call me deluded if you want, but I think we can be successful this season. I think we can put a run together. I do think we need a boost of a couple of January signings, but I believe if we trim the squad, keep key players fit, and with key players coming back now, then I think we can get our best football out. And I suppose that's been the frustrating thing over the last 3 or 4 games. We haven't stuck in there enough to be able to the run that no doubt will come, because we've got good players, has sort of knocked us on the back foot.
What do you mean by successful? What would be a successful season?
I think for us, like, we want a playoff spot. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's what we want. Like, we have to strive towards our goals, you know, and our goals is to get promoted. It's a very tough division. We've seen clubs put unbelievable runs together, and we've seen clubs go through bad spells and bounce back from it. And I think that we've got good players. I really do believe in the players, and I know that the way we work in training and everything that we do is very professional. We've got a very good bunch of staff, and you hope that the odds, if you like, through box entries, through individuals gaining a bit of confidence, through getting that clean sheet, getting a bit of luck from a refereeing decision, turns it in your favour.
I think your next 3 are all at home. How crucial is that going to be?
Yeah, I think. I think that we like playing at home. You know, we want to make sure that we entertain the fans, but of course everybody would take a win before they take getting entertained, and we've got to get that balance. But we certainly need them because they're so important to us, and we're very, very powerful as a club when everybody's aligned, and they deserve it because they're a fantastic set of supporters. And like, I even spoke today about the history of the club to the players and said, look, maybe we need a history lesson, because we need to know the shirt that you're playing for and the badge that you're playing for, because it's not acceptable to be in a position like we were and send the supporters home probably confused, because there was a lot they would have enjoyed in that second half coming into them, and they'll be as frustrated as I am in that second half, conceding 2 goals and scoring 2.
I'm sure the supporters would take a scrappy 1-0 on Sunday going in off an own goal for someone's knee, though, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think we all would, wouldn't we? I think we all would. And listen, you got to puff your chest out. You got to turn up. You take the breath, and you go again. And we know how relentless this division is. I'm certainly not feeling sorry for myself. You know, we'll crack on and stay consistent and try and inject the players with as much confidence as possible. But I think you saw in the second half, we did play with some confidence, and we had that belief. But unfortunately, individual and unit errors have cost us today.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.